I never thought I'd find myself in the middle of a love triangle with a ghost. We were in the middle of one of those pointless arguments that escalate from 0 to 60 in seconds. You know the kind. 1 minute you're bickering about dirty dishes, and the next, it's a full-scale emotional war zone. And that's when it happened. He was mid-sentence, red-faced and wild-eyed, when he called me by her name. Her name. It sliced through the air like a cold blade. I froze, my heart stopping dead in its tracks. It was as if she had been sitting there with us all along, silently weaving herself into the fabric of our lives. The room went silent, the air thick with tension. I could see the realization dawning on him, his face crumpling in slow-motion horror. But it was too late. The damage was done. I grabbed my coat, stormed out, and drove aimlessly, the world outside blurring into meaningless streaks of light. All I could think about was her, his ex, the woman who lingered like a shadow, long after she'd left the building. I never paid much attention to her before, dismissing her as a relic of his past. But now, her presence was undeniable, woven into the very DNA of our relationship, like an unwanted guest who had made herself at home. In the days that followed, I started to notice little things that had slipped under my radar. There was the necklace he gave me on our first anniversary, one I thought was a unique token of his love, but had actually been identical to one she used to wear. And the restaurant he insisted was our spot? Yeah, it turns out it was their spot first. Each revelation hit harder than the last, like dominoes crashing down in a pattern I couldn't stop. It was as if she was living rent-free in our lives, influencing his every choice, every decision, even when he was with me. It all came to a head one night when I confronted him, my voice shaking with a mix of anger and desperation. I demanded the truth, cornering him until he broke. It wasn't just her name slipping out in a moment of anger, it was everything. He admitted he wasn't over her, that he'd been trying to fit me into a mold she had left behind, hoping I'd fill the void she created. And then he said the words that shattered everything, "I thought you could be her." In that moment, I realized my deepest fear wasn't just losing him, but losing myself in the process. I walked away, leaving him, and her ghost, behind, determined to reclaim my own story.